What's up, GMV? Hey, King of Portals. What's up, Sophia? Okay. Mm-hmm. What's up, King Devin? Jeez, we got almost everyone instantly. Probably because it's decently late into the stream. It's not like I meant for it to be, it's just because how I worked today. I'm going to have to go to sleep here in a few hours for tomorrow's shift. So, yeah. What if the hospital group from... Hey, Tungalus. Jeez, we get to start already. Nice. What if the hospital group from Season 5 was an outpost for the Saviors? I'm not going to do that based on the fact that the Saviors, how big their stuff was already, and getting introduced to them like several times thinking that, oh, this guy's Negan, this guy's Negan. I feel like I already have Rick's group meeting the Saviors early, but the hospital group being there just doesn't really... I just don't see a way to really put that in. Hello, Nikki. It's Nick. Thank you. Coming close to episode 5. I'm pretty excited. Remember, guys, tomorrow, whenever I do this before stream and everything, and we get into the episode, whenever the after stream comes on, if my suspicions are wrong about the figure being beta, then whoever commented no on that post, which is still up, you can... I'm going to give you guys a shout out, like I said, and you guys can recommend 5 ideas each. So I figure that's a noteworthy reward because it's overall it would be a very awesome twist if that's who it was. Well, I prefer Nick. I don't let anyone call me Nikki except my family. My prediction is locked in, but I'll speak more about it tomorrow. Yeah, it's Q&A time. Oh, crap, I missed a few. I'm sorry. What if Negan died? Well, I've had Negan die in almost all my stories. And what if Rick killed Negan, especially? You just have to go check out some of my other stories. What if Rick actually killed Negan? Would be a definite if you want to look at it, that story. What if Carl survived, is saved, finally found a good way to make a Carl-centered what if about him surviving, besides joining Negan, which was very far-fetched, and I plan to do a remake. What if Grady Memorial Hospital captured Martin? He'd probably get himself killed trying to eat them or bust out. What if Glenn survived? I have what if Maggie was killed instead of Glenn. You should check out that one for what if Glenn survived. But as a central what if, I can't really think of anything. It would kind of be a rehash. What if Morgan was able to convince the others to follow him back to Alexandria? You mean in Fear the Walking Dead? I'm going to say I can't do that based on how the rest of Fear went until Madison came back. It would kind of ruin the story. I forget who Wayne Dunlap is. The officer? Well, we don't really know too much about all the other officers, and considering the National Guard died really easily, oh, okay, he was just a civilian. Oh, yeah, that dude with the freaking money in his pocket. And, okay. Well, we know nothing about him, so I can't say that I could do something with him. Besides what Rick said. He didn't really... He wouldn't really favor too much into the story. What if the prisoners left? Wait, what if the prisoners left and joined claimers? I have what if Tomas survived saved, along with several prisoner what ifs. So I'm going to leave that to when I do that to decide whether I'm going to incorporate that. What if the governor survived? That's saved. What if Pete joined the Whisperers? I think Pete joining the Wolves is as far as I'm going to ever take his character. By the way, the most recent episode of the Dale story, yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed that with Pete. And by the way, revolving the Daryl or Merle and Beta spinoff that I'm working on for what if Daryl died instead of Merle, I'm actually getting on to the point where Rick would be on the copter with Okafor and they got shot down, except it's going to be Beta on the copter with Merle with Nat shooting it down. And that's going to spark the Merle versus Beta thing in that story. If you guys have been paying attention to updates and stuff like that. Just figured I'd point that out. Nothing yet, but we got plenty of time. What if Beta pushed Daryl in the elevator shaft? I don't know. I don't even know how Beta got out. What if Okafor and Governor swapped? Not gonna lie, the Governor bombing Atlanta and Los Angeles That would be much more influential, even though, like, they wouldn't know him in the story. But to know his character, do that, and everything, that would be a big freaking twist. So that's a great one to start off the Q&A. What if Rick went to Hooters? I don't see how that would be influential at all. What if no. What if Herschel and Okafor? I don't see, no, the governor and Okafor switching, that's one thing. But Herschel and Okafor, that doesn't really, I can't really do that. What if Teddy was the CRM leader? No. If Teddy was the CRM leader, that would be very, 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 very dangerous. What if Ed survived the Walker attack? I have Ed surviving already on the channel, and I plan to do a remake of it. And other Ed stories, I think, besides that. But as for him, besides that, as the central thing, I can't really do anything with him. It's just like with, it's just like with Pete and like David, third, and that one pervy officer that tried to hit on Beth. There's just not too much to do with them besides maybe making them survive because of who they were with. Like Ed was with Carol, so it could do something with it. And Pete, I made him survive before because he was with Jesse. But overall, it's just not more of a not wanting to do it thing, but so it can't do it. What if Sidney Prescott was in The Walking Dead? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saved that. Well, Carol's a spin-off character. I don't know. I'll do it. It's just going to be kind of hard. What if Beta pushed Daryl? I can do. I forgot about that one. What if Rick Grimes and Okafor? You know, guys, with the Beta community post and Beta being featured in What If Daryl Died Instead of Merle in the spinoff, and me watching the Beta fight today, well, today, I swear, last week and like this week, it's been like Beta month so far in March, but can you blame me or anyone else? Beta's an awesome character, to be completely honest with you. If Officer Bob didn't try to run away, I doubt it would have done much besides maybe an extra officer being around, but we all know that they really didn't make it in the end, so it wouldn't have mattered. What if Teddy was at the prison? Is saved, Tungaless. I can't do The Walking Dead that early. There's no way to tell what would happen. Uh, hmm. I don't know about the Joe from the Claimers one. He'd probably get himself killed. What if the governor joined the hospital group is saved already? Give me 1 second. Guys, sneeze. Ah, dang. What if Heath and Michonne swap places? I'll tell you what, Joe Goldberg. I will put this down specifically. I'll put a circle in it, so it'll be like a bubbled what if. And what I mean by that is, I'll tell you what, if Heath shows up within the next 2 episodes of The Ones Who Live, and we finally get confirmation from him being alive or what have you, I will do that what if of them swapping places. But if not, I can't say it would have mattered much because Heath's character, he didn't really do much besides helping Tara and being kidnapped by Jadis to give to the CRM. But I will, it's not going to be a bonus because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it or anything like that. But I will save it as a bubbled what if just because I still don't know. Nobody knows who the figure is yet. Like that figure that showed up in the trailer. It could be Beta, could be Morgan, could be Jadis, could be Heath, and it could possibly be freaking Carol. Who the frick knows? I wish you played the Telltale game. Well, not in this lifetime. What? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you could recommend other stuff. Like I said, King Devin, you could recommend Dragon Ball. You could recommend Scream, Saw, Pokemon, since I'm getting into that, obviously. I'm like a quarter of the way through or something like that. And Lord of the Rings, Marvel. Yeah, you can recommend a lot of things. But if you ever don't have anything to recommend, I'm never going to call you on that. That's okay. We've gotten 4 ideas on the Q&As before, and it frickin' has been all right. What if Rick and Beta swapped? Now that would be interesting. Rick as the commander of the Whisperers? Interesting. Okay. What if Carol got pregnant at the same time as Lori with her and Ed's second child? I'm not going to make Carol and Ed have a child in any what if, except what if Ed survived the remake, where I'm going to make Ed good and then they get a second child. But to have it as a what if and everything like that, it would be kind of rehashed material. Nick, what if Beta killed Negan before Daryl saved him? Stop ignoring me. Well, for one thing, that was... You could be a little nicer about that. And I wasn't ignoring you. It's just that I think that I passed over the idea. But if he had killed Negan, then everything Negan had stood for up till that point, once again being a spin-off character, would have been pointless. So I might have just avoided it. What if Alpha joined the Wolves? So basically, King, you're telling me... So you're basically telling me that you would want Alpha to join the Wolves and form that kind of group, and Hera would still remain the leader of the Whisperers? And hold on 1 sec because I need to frickin' do something real quick. I needed to text him, like, because I just got yelled at for freaking dinner, and I told him that I literally just started Q&A. I'm not backtracking again. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up on a lot. So sorry. What if Spider-Man was in the Tournament of Power? Okay. That's 6. Silas. Wait, is Beta still alive? I'm confused. Well, the person I'm doing well. I never watched Squid Game. I've only heard of it. Joe Goldberg. I forget who that is, but I think I've heard of him. He's not here all the time, Joe Goldberg. Because he's not here because he doesn't live with me. He just comes on occasion. Okay. Alpha joining the Wolves. I forgot to save that, honestly. What if Axel got... What if Axel got Carol pregnant? I have What If Axel Survived, I think, saved. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I could just have that happen in that story. What if Carl never died? I have that saved already, the person. It took me forever to frickin' come up with a idea behind it. Joe is basically every Reddit user if there is one single person. Well, then I can't really do that. But that's 7 ideas. Not gonna lie, we were a slow start at first. I'm glad we picked it up. If Rick had immortality, you might as well give everyone immortality. So I can't really do that, because that would be increasingly unfair to every other character. And at this point, I'm kind of convinced he is immortal because he's lived like him, Daryl, Carol, and Morgan. Technically, Oscar was a bad guy, and I have all the prisoners being psychopaths saved already, if that's what you're trying to say. So, yeah. What if Beta joined Padre? Nah, I don't really see Beta fitting into Padre. I see him fitting into other groups. Like, I'm even going to cancel the what if about him joining the CRM, since I'm literally doing it in the Merle and Beta spinoff, so it kind of takes away the purpose. What if Noah was at Atlanta in the beginning? I already have Noah what ifs saved, and honestly, if he had been in Atlanta in the start, I feel like he would have died sooner or later anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered. But I have Noah-centered what ifs and saved what ifs for him already. Yeah. King of Portals was here. He was talking about maybe not being able to make it, so I think he was just talking for a second and then left. And I don't know about Sophia either. I don't know. All right. Well, you don't really need to disclose that on the internet, my dude. Internet safety comes before anything. You should never disclose your age, your home, your. The only reason I'm telling you guys my name. I only told you guys my first name, Nick, but I ain't gonna frickin' go into my whole life and everything. It's just basically internet safety for all of you, because people will use that against you, and they could frickin' like use it to hurt you and locate where you live and everything. Trolls, scammers, bad people. Who would win? CRM from Fallout versus NCR from The Walking Dead? I feel like you got those two backwards. Because I'm pretty sure NCR is from Fallout, and the CRM is definitely in The Walking Dead. So I think you might have confused the two. I believe that shoplifting should be legal, but you should never give out somebody else's age. No, shoplifting should be illegal. And yeah, that's very weird to say. What if June, Dwight, and Sherry met Commonwealth soldiers in Sanctuary? I can't really do that because I'm pretty sure June went her own way, and Dwight and Sherry are going to be going to the Sanctuary. And I don't even think the Commonwealth knows about the Sanctuary. And even if they did, they're good now. What would they do with it? What if Dwight and Sherry joined the Whisperers? To be completely frank with you, I really don't know how that would go. I feel that Dwight and Sherry's story overall, besides joining the Atlanta camp and the way that I've done their story before, I feel like their story was good enough the way it was, because there's really nowhere else to put those two unique of characters. And I say unique because they lived past way longer of what I thought they were going to, especially in Fear's ending. I thought one of them was going to die, but surprisingly, both of them lived. Now the only thing that we need to figure out is what they're going to do with them for the future, and like what's going to happen onward. But considering the CRM had a 500-year freaking plan for the apocalypse, yeah, The Walking Dead is not ending anytime freaking soon. What contract? Well, Dwight and Sherry were essential in Fear for the most part. And I've taken them out of the equation before, but taking them out of the equation as a whole, I just don't find it right. What if Daryl left the group and returned as Dwight? What? Who would win? I've never played the Fallout games or gotten into any of that stuff, so I couldn't tell you. That's cool if Goat's your friend or whatever, but he isn't here because he didn't respect my rules or my wishes. I kept telling him that if you come on the channel and my Discord, then you got to respect my rules. And he was overly silly. And basically, here's what my rules were. No being overly silly or stuff like that, especially if unless it's like a silly, fun idea and we can have a laugh about it, which we have before if you've been around long enough, and ask anybody else. But he took it to a whole new level after a year of thinking that he was an okay guy. He made me stuff. I did stuff for him. And then it just literally became a point where he took it too far. He became overly silly. He became a different kind of person. And he wouldn't listen to my rules or regulations, even though he said he would. So I had to get rid of him to show that you give a certain amount of chances, you got to know when to cross the line. I wouldn't be a responsible YouTuber or Discord owner if I just let stuff go. Hold on. God dang. Freaking nose. God dang. Oh, it's all right. I don't mind anyone else being friends with him. It's just, I don't want him on the channel anymore. Simple as that. You have to say my username? Of course I will. Why wouldn't I? I've credited you for everything you've done so far, GMV. Why wouldn't I? What if Chris survived? Okay. People have asked me to do that before, and I've never really come up with anything that I could make Chris be more useful than he was. But if you can come up with at least a small enough plot for me to work off of, then I'll think about it. But Chris, in my eyes, it just doesn't seem like a plausible idea. No, you did not. You've recommended other fights, King Devin, but you haven't recommended that one. Welcome, Garjulia. And I remember that. In what way? Chris was just a delusional freaking kid who didn't even listen to his own dad and just ended up getting himself killed because he was stupid. Troy is far more smarter, stronger, better, and more equipped for an apocalypse than him. I mean, heck, Troy survived getting freaking I mean, think about this way. Troy survived getting freaking smashed in the head twice with a hammer and the freaking dam flooding and exploding. Chris got freaking mercy killed. What if Gareth met Eastman? I'm pretty sure I have that one saved. But I'll make Chris survive. It's just going to be kind of hard to think of a plausible idea, you know? I just don't want trolls or bad people talked about on the channel. My thing is, I'll be nice to you as long as you're nice to me. And he did threaten me, by the way. Did I mention that? He threatened me and was a total jerk. He was Lemonhead, but like add on like 50 billion freaking sets of zeros. Yeah, pretty much, King Devin. Did I miss anything? No, I don't think so. Hate is a strong word. I'm never going to hate someone unless they make me hate them. I'll be nice to you as long as you be nice to me. I just want everybody to get along. That's all. Maybe I'm just too trusting on the internet and in real life, but to be completely honest with you, I just have hope that humans can just frickin' be nicer. Well, then I can't really say how it would go there, Garjulio. Maybe more characters would survive, but that probably would have made an endless story more than it already is. Because The Walking Dead is far from over. So regarding the post, I want to go over it again one more time before the before stream tomorrow and before the episode itself. Who do you guys think the figure in the trailers was with the vest and the seemingly beta looking figure with the head? Who do you think that is? No, they're not the same person, Joe Goldberg. It's probably because they're related. It's Morgan? I mean, I think it's Jadis or Silas. It's Morgan or Daryl, Silas. I've only known or seen Silas only a few times. Is he that important? I would think not. The figure looked kind of bulky. That's why I thought it was beta, because it has a vest, literally just like him. And his face, the back of it, looked exactly like him. Morgan or Daryl. How happy are you guys that Rick finally came to his senses? Joe Goldberg, you got to look at my community post revolving the beta, the whole thing about the figure and the picture and everything, the poll and everything. You just got to look at it. It explains, it explains it. It's your GMV, no. But we got 9 ideas so far, and I'm really anxious to see how episode 5 and 6 go. People keep saying there's going to be a season 2, but I guarantee you it's going to leave off enough where it doesn't need a season 2. I think they're going to leave it off like at a freaking point where they won't need a season 2. And if people complain about it, well, then that's their fault. That's scary, seeing a giant walker. Yeah, it would be, to be completely frank with you. What if Okafor and Carver swapped? Okafor as a Reaper? Huh. All right, that's 10. Well, then it would have been like whenever it was what if Madison's family joined Rick, or another story where I had Nicholas push Glenn off the dumpster and then Nicholas was able to get away. So it would almost be like the same thing or the same result, except Glenn would have gotten back sooner. So honestly, it wouldn't have changed too much. By the way, hold on. You guys can see that or not. We are at 903 freaking subs, which is freaking amazing. I will never stop loving the fact that this channel has done more than all my other freaking 7+ YouTube channels have done to this point. Hold that thought, GMV. What if Governor and Abraham swapped? Okay, why are you not doing another Walking Dead topic after the Merlin Beta one? Well, I was going to, but I really just feel if I spruce it out like between genres, then I won't lose fans. Because if I do every single Walking Dead idea, especially with all the ones that I'm getting here, we're still getting the Walking Dead ideas. And I thought we would have exhausted those by now. So if I keep doing those and finally get done with it, Walking Dead fans are going to leave the channel. And that's how I've got to this point, is 90% from The Walking Dead and 10% for everything else. So I'm doing a variety so that way I don't lose people and I can gain more. What if Gohan became a Super Saiyan on Namek is saved. Can you tell me all the franchises you're doing? Well, I could try. Let's see. Give me a moment. The Walking Dead, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Naruto, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Scream, Saw. What else? Real life what ifs. Eventually Attack on Titan or something like that. And that's all I can think of. And Transformers. And yeah, I'm doing a lot. Like every single movie and show-based franchise that I can think of, basically. Well, future Goku would have had to survive the virus. And let's be honest, if he had, he probably could have done to freaking New Namek or something and wished everyone back. There wouldn't be a need to travel back in time if future Goku had lived. Not yet, King Devin. That's going to be a long time in the future because I haven't even seen it yet. It took forever. Someone recommended it to me. It was probably GOAT. But Naruto is horrible? Well, I actually have a Naruto game. I've played Naruto and I know a very good bit about the franchise. Yeah. I just don't know everything. What do you mean after the next one, GMB? I sent you I sent the schedule of everything that I was doing regarding the new what ifs and everything on my channel, and I did it yesterday on the freaking Discord. I can't keep explaining it, otherwise I get repetitive. And I don't like getting repetitive. But yeah, I definitely think that Pete episode of Dale's story is probably one of the most influential moments, if not close to the most influential moment, aside from part 13 and the ending of the story, which is going to be coming up here by next week, of the entire Dale story. So yeah. What if Krillin killed Vegeta? I think I have that saved. And if I don't, it's based on the fact that, honestly, Vegeta was very much needed. But I have killed him in the Saiyan Saga, I think in the Garen story and the Nom story. But that was different because in one of those I ended up bringing him back, and Nom and Garen were both strong enough that it didn't matter if Vegeta died. But in the sense of that, I kind of had to... I don't know. I don't know. Nick, I think you have to deal with this Joe guy. He's talking about God. No. That's fine. I just don't want it to be repetitive. What if Twin Towers attack never happened? So what if 9/11 never happened? That is already a saved real life what if. That was actually one of the first ones I saved, aside from Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy not getting assassinated, COVID never happening, and what if Hitler survived or something like that. But yeah, we got 11 ideas, and we got about 20 minutes left in the freaking Q&A. All right, what's your guys' favorite video, or like? Okay, no, GMB, no. What's your guys' favorite video or like series that you've seen so far on the channel? And you can talk about like a certain video within the series or like something not too specific, but I just want to hear your guys' opinions overall. I like the lore parts. No, Damon's not replacing me. What if Sophia joined Negan? What if Bulma married Goku? That is saved, I believe. What if Abraham Lincoln and Abraham Ford swapped? What? No, I can't really do that. Nick ignoring me right now, LOL. What? I saw that you said I like the Lori parts. I'm acknowledging it. I'm just not saying I'm acknowledging it. But I wasn't ignoring you. What are you OMGing about, GMB? Change your name from GMV to OMG. What if I were to tell you that I was someone you knew? Somehow I highly doubt that. What if Jason Voorhees was in the Tournament of Power? I don't know about that, King Devin, because he wouldn't listen to anybody. Jason Voorhees is just a mindless monster. What if Lori and Madison swapped is saved already? And that's actually a very unique one, because it would actually put Rick and Madison together, which is something I think a lot of people might have thought I would have done in What If Madison's Family Joined Rick, but I don't know. I just didn't really think that it was right. What if Jason and Beta fought? If you've seen my What If Jason Was in The Walking Dead, I did that. And I plan to do a remake of What If Jason Was in The Walking Dead. What if Michael Myers and Beta fought? I think I saved What If Michael Myers Was in The Walking Dead. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll include that in that video if I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Does it matter? I didn't know we were talking about a specific Michael Myers, but okay. Vecna? I feel like I heard of Vecna, but I forget what that's from. I've heard of it. Vecna. I've heard of that before. No, wait. Don't tell me. I could totally figure this out. Don't tell me. Okay, you told me. I don't watch Stranger Things, so I couldn't really do that. If Beta started the apocalypse being like the king of the walkers, then that would almost be like Day of the Dead, to be completely frank with you. That would be just a straight Day of the Dead repeat, and I don't think that people would watch that. It would be like a and then the new Day of the Dead would be like, because I'm pretty sure the beginning of The Walking Dead was before Day of the Dead. So it would almost be like a crappy first version or something like that. Or Dawn of the Dead. The Day of the Dead. Is it Day or Dawn of the Dead? I'm pretty sure it's Day of the Dead. Or maybe I'm thinking Day of the Dead Bloodline from Netflix. I could get those confused. What if The Walking Dead was fake and it was Rick's dream or mine? I'm going to be doing What If The Walking Dead Was a Dream and Rick woke up after shooting the bridge and he was still in the hospital. So that's pretty much like a The Walking Dead rewrite. So it's that idea, but not really, if you get what I mean. All right, we got about 20 ideas. We're at 11 ideas. 20 minutes left in the Q&A. Sorry, I fumbled over my words there. And what if Chucky was in The Walking Dead? What would Chucky do in The Walking Dead? I have Beth surviving in a bunch of what ifs, and I have her gonna eventually go to Dead City too. But killing Dawn, that would almost be a repeat. And I really don't know how I could do a Beth survive specifically. But I have other what ifs for Beth already. Heck, I got her kidnapped by the Vatos gang. Them coming back. So and I'm going to be doing a remake of that, so it's like much more explained if you guys liked that one. Why are you saying what and no? Like, no, you're not. What if the Reapers were cannibals? No, we don't want too many cannibals in The Walking Dead. And people have asked me about that before. Not that specific one, but like too many cannibal groups and everything. Like, we already have Gareth's group and the Ferals that Connie and Virgil ran into. You put too many of the same group in, it's kind of repetitive. I guess Chucky could be included. That would be honestly freaking really weird to see and funny to see. Like a freaking doll in a freaking zombie apocalypse, a murderous ghost doll in the apocalypse and everything. And people were trying to worry about freaking walkers, and then all of a sudden they go into a freaking toy store and freaking Chucky just comes out of the freaking woodwork and he's like, "Ow!" and freaking knifes them. And Joe Goldberg, please chill out. Please chill out. What if Oscar died instead of Big Tiny? I'm pretty sure I have that saved. He could split his soul into multiple dolls and even people so it can work. Yeah, I'm like, I'll save it. Why not? I never watched the Child's Play movies, but I know plenty of facts about Chucky to make it work. As for Leatherface, whoever recommended that, who did that? Who did that? And Joe, you did. I never seen any of the Leatherface stuff. So I can't really do that. I don't know who Oh, no, never mind. I was about to say I didn't know who that was. But I don't know. It would be kind of like a Pennywise ripoff, and I already have him being in The Walking Dead. Why are we talking about this stuff on the internet? This is supposed to be disclosed or like barely mentioned facts. Does no one know about internet safety? You guys must get hacked on a freaking day-to-day basis. Have a good rest of your stream. Oh, you're leaving, Ken? We have 15 minutes left, so you don't have to leave. What if Jeffrey Dahmer was part of the prisoners? You know, I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer would fit more in the Gareth group, and he could be like their secret weapon. But I could do that. That's okay. Too much silliness in chat right now. That should go to tell you guys something. Stop talking about goat and stop being silly, please. This is not a playpen. I like things to be like professional here and freaking everybody get along. Those are the rules. Everybody gets along. We talk nice. We have normal chit chat and we don't get silly. Unless it's a funny, good idea and we have a laugh. I don't want any silliness on the channel, please. Simple rules. Which is why I kicked him. We got 13 ideas. So overall, we've done pretty good, I'd have to say. Jeffrey Dahmer being in The Walking Dead, it's not something I thought I would do. Who recommended that? Oh, Tungalus. You did. Yeah, that's not something I thought I would ever do, but him honestly being part of Gareth's group and being like a secret weapon or something like that, honestly, I think that would actually be pretty interesting. But not really part of the prisoners. It's a decent idea, and I could cover it. But exclusively, I say that him being a part of the Terminus people. I was about to say cannibals, but technically there's two kinds now, so I can't really say that without specifying. Yeah. Really, Joe? Really? You had one job. Don't talk about goat and follow my rules. But, oh my god. You've got to be kidding me right now. Okay. Who is Richard Ramirez? Who is that? What if Merle killed T-Dog? That's saved there, Gargiulio. I don't know too much about him. Sorry. But that Jeffrey Dahmer one was good, though. I like that. Well, got rid of Joe and Goodfiner once again, so yeah. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. What if Shane joined Dawn? I have Shane and Dawn stories lined up, actually, a few of them. So, yeah, you will see those in the future. Or Julio. Hey, hear that bird? I'm Merle Dixon. Haven't seen you on the channel before. Let's see here. Sorry, I got distracted. Charles Mason? I've heard of that, but I've heard of him, but who is he? Well, welcome to the channel there, Merle Dixon. Oh, yeah, I did, but that's because he brought back a old person on the channel. His name was Goatfiner, and Goat didn't follow the rules or regulations about being overly silly and stuff on the channel and everything. So I had to kick him because he wasn't listening. But as long as you're nice and everything, and as long as you're nice and don't bring trolls or like overly silly people on the channel and everything, you're cool. It's just I want everyone to get along and not be overly silly. You know, I want to try and keep things as professional as possible. You know what I'm saying? But I have nothing against you or Joe. Like, if you guys want to be friends with people, even if I kick them, that's totally up to you. It's just not my best advice if you do, depending on who they are. But for Goat and like Lemonhead and stuff, I could say you could go without them. But Goat, you guys can be friends with him if you want. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. Joe got banned. Yeah, but that's only because he brought in Lemonhead's another troll on the channel there, Merle. You'd have to look into the live streams and everything of Destiny's, because it's a saga. He's basically a troll along with a bunch of other people that have showed up in the comments before. Yeah, I saw the Discord there, GMB. What's your point? Where's Sophia at? I heard King of Portals and Sophia, they were here earlier. But they ain't here now. You're sure? And do you actually mean the sister thing? You're sure about both? You're sure about both those stuff? What if Beth died instead of Otis? That's saved, by the way, Garjulio. But I'm interested about this. So you're telling me that Goat was Lemon all along, and you are also related in turn with King of Portals and Sophia. That's what you're saying. Because if you're making stuff up, it's like whatever. But if that's legit, then I know that you were like, you came here on account of them. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. I'm not trying to like expose family stuff on the channel. But that's totally up to you. What if Daryl left instead of Rick? That is actually saved. So you're sure about all that stuff? Like, dang. Well, no matter if you are related or like what have you, it's nice to see you here on the channel. Whatever the case may be. If you need a refresher or like what we do here on the channel or anything, I could tell you. And maybe some people could help me out here too, depending. What if Troy killed Madison? Well, you kill Madison, you're almost killing Fear the Walking Dead as a whole. even though Madison was gone like forever. And what are you saying same to, GMV? Okay, sorry, I had to check something. But that's 13 ideas. I think we're going to call it and just have a few like last minute discussions because I want to figure this crap out. This actually seems interesting. So wait, were you joking about Joe being your cousin? And I feel like you might be legit on the fact that Sophia and King of Poros you're related to, or what have you. But were you joking about Joe? And if that's the case, this is a weird family chain that we got going here. What if the governor ended Judith? Well, the governor and Judith never really crossed paths. Governor only heard about her, so I can't really say that I could figure out how to make that happen. In my original What If the Governor Met Negan video, which is my second most popular video, I did cover that. The governor would raise Judith and not end her. So that's the closest that you're going to get to. Sophia is my stepsister. Yeah, I highly doubt that, GMV. If the governor ended Carl or Morgan. Yeah, I believe Merle Dixon's family chain much more than you. Except I'm still confused by it. Like, what's legit? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Yeah, I got that down. Okay. What if Beta was the governor? I have no idea. No, GMV, you would have mentioned that way sooner. No, just stop talking. No, I don't think Merle's trolling, but GMV definitely is. Okay, so okay, all right. I got it all now. I got it. It just took me a second to process the whole family chain here. So I guess they must have like let you in on the freaking channel. Like I said, whoever is friends with people, even if I kick them or something, that's okay. It's just that I just don't want them like brought back on the channel, which is why I kicked Joe, because he brought Goat back and Goat didn't listen to my rules. And Joe was beginning to not to either. And then he brought back Goat, and that's why I had to kick him. So there's a little bit of exposition there for you. Don't you just love whenever you get stuff explained to you? As long as it's logical. That's what I'm all about. All right, I think that's the end of the Q&A. Okay. Okay, so if Joe and Goat are brothers, no wonder he made them the stuff. Yeah, GMV is definitely kind of a troll, not gonna lie. Only somewhat. Sophia, we're about done with the freaking Q&A here, to be honest with you. But because we've been on for a good amount of time, we got 13 ideas and everything. And then Merle Dixon came on, and then he said a bunch of stuff, and then GMV went along with it. I don't know if Merle's actually like related to you or King of Portals or anything, or Goat. I don't know if he's trolling, but GMV is definitely trolling. I can tell you that much. What would happen if CRM goes to destroy Alexandria? Honestly, Jadis is the one that I feel is mostly going to do that. And that's going to be very interesting to see if it does happen, because we still don't know yet. But yeah, Sophia, that's basically what's going on. Merle might be legit, I don't know, but GMB just followed and is just being freaking, a little cuckoo crazy. What if Mercer and Okafor swapped? Well, that'll be the last idea, because we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, Merle, I definitely think you're trolling now. Not gonna lie. I think this just became weird. But anyways, that's gonna be the end for the Q&A. Not because of this, but because we've been on for over an hour, and we got 14 ideas here. And thank you guys so much for those. And I will be back with you guys. Hold on. I will be back with you guys tomorrow for the before stream for The Ones Who Live episode 5. God dang. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for the before episode, for the before stream for episode 5 of The Ones Who Live. And yeah, and then the after stream, and we're gonna see who that mystery figure is, and if my beta poll was actually correct. I swear, this past week or 2 weeks has been all about beta on my Merle and beta spinoff story and community posts, and me watching the Daryl and beta fight today. Like, a lot of stuff has been going on with beta. But anyways, thank you guys for the ideas today. And thank you guys for coming on, even though it's a bit later than the Q&As that I usually do. I will see you guys tomorrow for The Ones Who Live, next Saturday for the next Q&A, and Monday for one of the last episodes of the Dale story. And with that, I will see you guys later. I don't know what happened to the chat, but it's all loopy now. And see you later.